11th Hour is, at the heart, it's about a scientist called Jacob Hood and his FBI handler, Rachel Young, who he works for the FBI in a kind of shadowy capacity, and he hasn't been working for them for very long, so he's a little bit inexperienced, helping to solve crimes, not just crimes, but also crises that are to do with the outer reaches of really weird modern science, the kind of ethical, moral questions that are being thrown up by the latest developments of science that wouldn't even have been an issue 20 years ago. If they had, they'd have been in the realm of science fiction as opposed to science fact, which they are now.
Do you think Sasha could be responsible for this?
Well, it's possible. A fully grown chimp is up to 5 times stronger than a human being. Well, where we are, we're at an institute where they're doing work on chimps that is to do with making them more aggressive, and they're experimenting on them with a view to carrying on that research into the human realm for the armed forces, so that you can end up with a kind of perfect fighting machine, taking out the conscience and any moral quandaries about killing and acting with ruthlessly, without a second's hesitation. And it's the kind of thing that's actually, there is, millions of dollars and yen and whatever all over the world going into this in defence, and it's the next great line of defence is the super soldier. And it's a very frightening subject, but it's what this episode's about.
What have we got?
Single victim, took a bad beating. His tranquilizer gun's been fired, so he probably put up some kind of fight.
Most of the words that I come across every day are words that not only have I never come across before, but in a normal course of a lifetime you would never have to come across them, and you might have 20 in one scene. And I try to avoid, what I like about Hood specifically is that he'll always find the layman's terms to explain something to you. So if he can find a way, by looking at everyday objects, of explaining to you how the world turns or how cloning works or whatever, that's what he'll do. He doesn't talk above people's heads. Well, Hood's easily distracted by his interest and his kind of love of the world around him, and he has a kind of childlike thing that I expect he's always had since he was a toddler, where he's just fascinated. And it's not that he knows everything, it's he's very much aware of what he doesn't know, and he wants to know it, and that, I think, is what makes him interesting. It's not how much he knows, but how much he's interested.